My name is Dr. Devan, and may I make it very clear that the pronouncements that I do are entirely my own. Although we have a galaxy of doctors who are of outstanding caliber and excellence, committed and divine, to whom our gratitude flows strong. However, let me share my thoughts with you. One day I had a sudden surge of sugar, and as a consequence, and plus blood pressure, I had a stroke and I was bedridden for nearly 3 months' time. Of course, the galaxy of doctors looked after me and I gradually weaned back to almost near normalcy. But why this sugar? Please know very clearly, India is becoming the diabetic capital of the world. Now, in the ancient textbooks, diabetes was not even mentioned. You see, diabetes was not even mentioned. Why is it crept surreptitiously? And why is it so rampant? Purely it's a lifestyle disease. And then I looked into the work of the world's best human biological research center in the world, and that is the Salk Institute, wherein there is a circadian lab headed by Dr. Sachin Panda. He was the director, and he said, and it's amazing, and I really wish I would get the time and I would get the ability to go and meet him once. My God, he is absolutely to be awarded the Nobel because he is that good. Now he said, just look around, and beyond sunset, do you find any animal eating? No, especially birds, pigeons, everything. Everybody eats lavishly. Is there a restriction in calorie for any of them? No. But beyond a point of time, they rest and they chew the cud. Whereas I go to various malls and food courts, all are full. People are enjoying their cuisines that are available. But please know very clearly, what did Sachin say? It is not calorie restriction, it is time restriction. The human brain has a clock beyond which the restricted time, beyond a time, whatever you eat comes to become fat, and as a consequence, disastrous consequences happen. What does fat do? Number one, it fills your brain and causes a stroke. That's what happened to me. It will fill the heart, and as a consequence, you will have heart block or a bypass and stent and all that sort of thing. It will fill the liver. Everybody I come across, almost everybody has got a fatty liver, or in the gallbladder causing gallstones, or in the pancreas. When that fills with fat and suppresses it, diabetes will ensure. And ultimately, when it goes and fills the kidney arteries, that it might take, the heart cannot overcome it. What does the heart do? It will increase the pressure and it will lead to blood pressure. So I was having high blood pressure for nearly 20 years. I took a tab, and my doctor, wonderful people, said, no, you have to be on insulin 3 times a day for the rest of your life. I couldn't even imagine the pain and suffering that was supposed to happen. So I looked at Sachin's work, and I was amazed that to realize, just stop eating at 1 o'clock. You need to have an 18-hour fast. Beyond 10 hours, the body finishes off its glycogen stores. How much? If you stop eating at 1 o'clock, at about midnight, your glycogen stores in the liver would be depleted. Thereafter, where does the energy come from? From fat. And as a consequence, I was 110 kilos. I found, to my surprise, gradually my weight started reducing, and about 200 grams a day, until in about 4 months' time, I slid it down to about 69 kilos. And as my fat completely disappeared, it pulled out the fat from my pancreas, my diabetes disappeared. I was on 3 times insulin, it gradually came down, then I became sugars nil. What does sugar nil mean? Less than 100. And my blood pressure 180, 110, it was just not coming down because my kidney arteries were filled with fat, I suppose. I was thinking maybe I will do a scan and find out, is there a block? What can you do beyond that? But then once the fat disappeared, my blood pressure started coming down. It came down to 110/70, and my weight from 110 kilos to about 69 kilos. Amazing it is. So therefore, what is the ancient adage? We teach students, let food be thy medicine. So therefore, people are, look at the amount of energy that we spent earlier, years back, when we were living out in the forest, in cutting wood, hunting and all that, about 100 units of energy. Today, that is restricted to maybe just 1 unit. But have we reduced our eating time? No, we still continue the same 3 times eating, and everybody's obesity is becoming like an epidemic, and people try to go to gym and walk. No, all that is not required. Look at Sachin's work. That's what I did. Consequently, just follow that time restricted feeding. My fat disappeared, sugar disappeared, and so you don't have to suffer from high sugar or high blood pressure. You can completely reverse your diabetes and come out of it. Now I run several groups and I put that, listen, I have reversed my diabetes. 16 doctors across India followed my pattern. They have come out of diabetes, and I said, what a miracle. Otherwise would have been taking drugs for life. That's how it is. Once you're diagnosed, for life, they say take it for life. No, the teaching is such. Doctors, we read from books and then we go according to teaching. But my individual case, I could not, because my mother took insulin for nearly 20 years. I said I can't suffer like that. So I looked at that work. From Sachin, of course, we've got Jason Fung, who is a fantastic nephrologist, diabetic nephrologist. And he said that's why we don't suffer from diabetic kidney disease. How many people are having dialysis because of diabetes? Come out of it. Even if you're insulin dependent, strictly follow this pattern. Of course, if you're really interested, you can message me directly. But that's why do not suffer from diabetes or hypertension. Please come out of it, because this can have disastrous consequences. You can lose your eyesight and vision, diabetic retinopathy. My uncle had his leg chopped off, diabetic limb disease, or unbearable pain, neuropathy, or diabetic kidney disease. Whereas you come out of this and you lead a normal, healthy life. No, you don't want to splurge and be a glutton and eat. No, please take care of your own health. Come out of diabetes and high blood pressure. Lead a normal, healthy life. That is my take. Thank you.